Well, hello guys, welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It ended up being more honest than relaxing, but I hope you enjoyed it. And, I've been learning stuff working with the All-Father. Obviously, I learned that, he does have this loving, gentle side that I've been experienced, and the warrior and every other side is still present, but I've learned that this side does exist. And he ended up leading me to videos of the 4 archetypes of the male psychic today, which was very interesting. So I watched those. Lots of cryings and almost stuffing grows. And I took him to the club today. I'm like, well, it's Woden's Day, isn't it? Would you like to go to the club? And he's like, no. You know, you can't really want to take me. I'm like, it's not a problem. And every time I'm going into the club, even though it's a VR experience, I am asking the permission of the gods and goddesses of these clubs. May I please enter and soak up the ambiance? And we don't have it in now, but we usually have this. Oh, the straw's right here. We have my coffee set up and ready to go. And you go in and you watch the shows, or you watch the ladies as you wish, or you sit by a fine-looking male and you talk to him for a while and chat him up. It never goes anywhere. He doesn't even acknowledge you. It's sad, but it's true. And he's like, "Oh, I can't take his time up or stuff like that." And we're talking about various stuff going on in our relationship, and we ended up spending an hour in there. And I couldn't believe we spent an hour in there, but I was surprised. And I laughed because I told him, there are rewards in video games, even in these type of games. And to win this one award, you have to have 100 dances. At least that's what I saw when I looked at it. And I'm like, well, we're well on our way. But it's 100 private dances, which is something entirely different. And so you could sit there for 80 hours and watch a lady dance on stage, and you would never earn 1 dance credit. You could have 100 dances at your table. You would never earn a dance credit. You would have to go off and get this. And it's a kind of award that once you have it on your Steam thing, either your friends are going to be really impressed, or they're going to say, "You disgusting animal, I'm not going to talk to you anymore." And it's interesting to read the comment board because you can see people at every stage of development, you know what I mean, reacting to this game. The mature adults are like, "Man, I just love going in here and relaxing, and people are smiling at me. I like this game, and nobody talks." Yeah, it's really nice. You can just go in with other adults and just chill. You really can. And a lot of people are like, "This is incredibly therapeutic. It's a club, but there's no annoying guy dancing on the bar and thinking he's a stripper, and there's no bouncers dragging people out. I love this club." And I'm like, yeah, this is what clubs are supposed to be like. You have bouncers because some people can't control themselves. And some people obviously can't control themselves around the women. Ignore that goddamn clock. It's gonna take fucking flying lessons, I swear. It's one of those gifts that it was so beautiful when I got it at Christmas. Now it's just being a fucking pain in the ass, because I swear that clock's an asshole. It decides to play music only when it's inconvenient. When I'm not doing shit, when I'm not really listening to anything important or doing anything else, it just goes chit, like a little click sound. But when I'm doing shit, that's when it plays music. That clock is an asshole. So where were we? Well, now. Yeah, we were in the club and we really enjoyed ourselves. And I could get the experience of, you know, Odin enjoying these women, because I felt the goddesses tried to come in, or maybe one or other gods or goddesses came in, but that was much later. This was his club. This was his territory. And he kept asking me, he kept saying, "What are you doing that these women are dancing for you this way?" And he understands VR. I said, well, it's, as most basic, it's a programmed routine. They've created the illusion that these are, women walking around, but she's actually a highly programmed, simulation where she's, instead of just being programmed like the early days where the NPCs would just walk around and that, she does a lot more. But I said it's actually an illusion. It's just a program that she'll run. She will run this program whether you're there or not. She actually isn't aware of you. He goes, she seems awfully aware of you because she's making eye contact. And I said, well, it's just a thing. One thing I know as a woman, she doesn't want my paws all over her. If you would accidentally even bump one of these girls, they would not appreciate it. That's the American rule. American rule, you can go in, you can look all you want, but you might as well sit on your hands or find something else to do with them because you're not touching most ladies. I know in clubs in Canada, because I did research to see, make sure all my etiquette was tight. Maybe she might want touched or she might not, but you have to ask where is she comfortable being touched, and if she's not comfortable being touched, you're going to be out in the street if you touch her anyhow. So it's a thing of you have to learn to behave like a gentleman or gentle lady or gentle person, whatever thing, makes you comfortable. And when you're comfortable, even if you read articles from the dude's perspective and telling dudes how to behave, she's comfortable because she's relaxed and she can trust you. And then you just become like a lounge chair and she's dancing all over you. And you're just like, life is good. I'm glad I have manners. So yeah, I was like, he's like, what's your secret? I'm like, I'm not pawing her. That's my secret, because if you paw at her, she's gonna get up and walk away. She don't want none of that shit. And there's like 5 bouncers with no neck in this club, and I know they're eventually going to come into play. So I in my 7.5 hours, I have very much learned. You don't try to touch her on purpose, but I very much learned to be aware of where my hands are at all times and treat her like a lady. If she sits down next to me and she's really tired and she wants a drink and she helps herself to a drink, be classy about it. Let her have her drink. If she just came off stage, let her, come off stage and relax. If she just walks by you because she's in a mood, she don't want bothered, that's her choice. She doesn't have to stop because you wave money at her. I've gotten blown off by some of the dancers, and they've certainly been close enough, but they just don't want any of me. This time there was a young lady I didn't realize was watching the stage, and she was standing right by me, and I hear boom, boom, boom. She did a little hissy dance, and then she stormed off, her head held high in the air, doing this, do you see how pissed off I am with you step? And she just stormed across the the lounge, and she went to the bar and she sat down. You could tell she was pissed off. I'm surprised she didn't break a glass. And I look back again, she completely disappeared. And Odin says, that woman, don't go near that woman for the rest of the night because she will break you. I said, yeah, I know. And when one gets pissed, they all get pissed off because it goes around that you didn't see her standing beside you. And I'm like, she was literally out of my line of sight. How could I see her? Doesn't matter. She's a woman. And as a woman, I understand that. She was probably standing there for 5 minutes being all pretty, and I just didn't see her because I'm watching the stage, and she was like, damn it. And they'll do that in that game. You'll be looking at one, and another one will just be giving you death glares of, how dare you? I'm looking at her. I don't care. How dare you? You're only supposed to look at me. And I'm like, we're getting out of the club because these women are starting to get hostile. Because they were all starting to do that little angry stomp around because they were all starting to think, I think, glitch out because none of them were getting attention. I said, we're going to leave. And we're not going to come back for a while. And he's like, that sounds like a plan. But it was really interesting because it helped me see a side of Odin. Not only the sweet and tender side, but the mature lover side, because he was just absolutely fascinated with the concept of unlimited dances. And he's really fascinated with this club that everybody's so relaxed and everybody's so chill. And it just has this really chill, comforting vibe. I said, this is why a lot of people love it. It was in like the top 8. And then I think it was in the top 6 position briefly, but yeah, it's why a lot of people like this club. It's just, it's fun to hang out in. And if you're thinking, well, I could never watch a girl do that, I could never wave cyber money at her, you could get it for free and you can just watch the ladies on stage, and it is topless, but it's very tasteful. It's done in a way that you can tell these women want to do these dances, and look at me. It's not done in a way that makes you feel like there's some kind of bizarre shadow chain making these women do this. They've chosen to do this, and God forbid you are looking anywhere else when they are dancing, because if you are, they are going to come over and hurt you. There's scary women in that club, as well they should be. So we really enjoyed it. And between the club and this video on the man as a lover, and the guy chose to use a gay lover as the archetype for the male as a lover, because it's most convenient, because he was taught to suppress it his whole life, to, suppress what he naturally is. So I think it was Odin's answer in reinsurance, which was really nice. But it was fun to find something we can do together that he enjoys, and I was more than happy to do it. And it wasn't, oh, let's go leer at women for an hour. It was actually, honestly, let's just go to the club and forget about life for an hour. And when you're there, it feels like it's the only place that exists. It's this kind of spiritual, liminal place. You kind of have to be there, and either you would like it or you wouldn't. It's kind of the same experience you get when I take you into those nature places, where it feels like it's the only place that exists, and you feel safe there, and you feel warm, and you feel kind of loved. That's the feeling. That's really the feeling. It doesn't hurt that there are pretty women, smoking hot dudes, and a bartender. None of this hurts. None of this hurts at all. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.